Hello everyone, it's Kate and I'm here to do a Friday Reads video. I kind of wanted to share with you all what I'm reading currently and kind of what a typical week will be like for me. So at the beginning of the week I was kind of in a reading slump because I had just finished The Eye of the World and I tried reading a couple other fantasy books like Crimson Bound and it just wasn't working for me. So I had heard, I think maybe Little Book Owl did a video on reading slumps and she recommended reading something from a really different genre, which I thought was really good advice and something that was that really helped me. So I picked up The Shell Seekers by Rosamund Pilcher. I had recently bought several of her books at a library book sale used. And I didn't get The Shell Seekers though. So then when I started looking around, I got Coming Home in September. And when I started looking around on Goodreads, I saw that this had the top rating. So I really wanted to read a good one first to know if I wanted to invest more time and reading her stuff. So I wanted to read what people liked the most first, so I'd be willing to read more. And I'm loving it. It's such a nice change of pace, and it's just about people and their lives and love and the past, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm about halfway through. I had the best evening last night. I asked my husband if we could just read, and we listened to Little Women and read and told each other about the books that we were reading, and it was fabulous. And I wish I could party like that every night. So, it's basically about a woman whose father was a famous painter, and she still has his most famous painting, the original of it, and her 3 kids who are grown want her to sell it. And it's about her deciding how she wants to live her life and kind of not letting her kids make her do things that she won't make her happy. And then there's also acquaintance who comes to visit and is going to stay with her, a young girl. So it's really good so far, and I think it's fun because they're going to go to Cornwall, and I'm obsessed with Cornwall ever since watching Poldark this summer. You guys should check out Poldark if you haven't. It's a little dramatic, but still good and beautiful landscape. So anyhow, reading The Shell Seekers, then reading Little Women. I'm about halfway through Little Women. I'm also doing the audiobook, and I was so mad at myself when I realized like I had wasted years of my life without reading this. I should have read this as a little girl. But I'm reading it now, so that's okay. I'm really happy to be reading it. I'm just enjoying it so much. The audiobook, I'm not crazy about the lady's voice, but I speeded up a little bit, so that's okay. Then I only have about 60 pages of Ballet Shoes left. I kind of just want to get it done. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not loving it like some children's books. So I think I'll finish it this weekend just to say I finished it, and I'm going to have a big library day on Monday. My mom's going to babysit. And so I'm really excited to go to the library and look at all the books. And I think I'll do a little vlog actually, and then later on in the week I'll do a library haul just because. Then I only have like 200 pages left of the Pickwick Papers. If I finish The Shell Seekers this weekend, that would be great. I have like 250 pages left. I would love to make some more progress on the Pickwick Papers just to say I finished it because I've been reading it since June. It would be great just to get it done. And then also still trying to make some progress on Middlemarch. I have all these tabs for what I was supposed to finish by each month, but that is not happening. So anyway, that's Middlemarch. And then kind of a big coffee table book that I got from the library. This is called At Home with Books, and you just get to see people's libraries in like fancy English estates. I'll try to get a good picture. And so this was, I think I just found this randomly at the library, but I'm really enjoying it and seeing like how people make their own book collections. Like there's one guy who the theme of his library is New York City. Like every single book is about or takes place in New York City, which is crazy. So yeah, this is At Home with Books. It's by Estelle Ellis, Caroline Seebohm, Christopher Simon Sykes. So I'm really enjoying that. And I have only read a couple of them. I don't know if I'll get all the way through it, but I'm enjoying what I'm reading of it. And then I wanted to do some bookish news because I just got wind of this on Facebook and I am like peeing my pants. I'm so excited. Okay, so If any of you have heard of the author Tracy Chevalier, she wrote Girl with a Pearl Earring, that was really popular a few years ago, Falling Angels, The Lady and the Unicorn, Burning Bright, Remarkable Creatures, The Virgin Blue, and The Last Runaways. The Virgin Blue and Falling Angels are my two favorite. So anyhow, she posts on Facebook all the time, and she just posted that her next book, At the Edge of the Orchard, is coming out in 2016, and her books are always historical fiction, and this one sounds really good. It says, it's 1838. James and Sadie Goodenough have settled where their wagon got stuck in the muddy, stagnant swamps of northwest Ohio. They and their 5 children work relentlessly to tame their patch of land, buying saplings from a local tree man known as John Appleseed so they can cultivate the 50 apple trees required to stake their claim on the property. But the orchard they plant sows the seeds of a long battle. James loves the apples, reminders of an easier life back in Connecticut, while Sadie prefers the applejack they make, an alcoholic refuge from brutal frontier life. Then in 1853, their youngest child Robert is wandering through Gold Rush, California. Restless and haunted by the broken family he left behind, he has made his way alone across the country. In the redwood and giant sequoia groves, he finds some solace collecting seeds for a naturalist who sells plants from the New World to the gardeners of England. But you can only run so far, even in America, and when Robert's past makes an unexpected appearance, he must decide whether to strike out again or stake his own claim to a home at last. So I'm really excited about this one just because it sounds really different than all of the other ones that she's read. She always kind of has a different craft in each one. So like in Falling Angels, it's gravestones, and Girl with the Pearl Earring, it's paintings. Remarkable Creatures, it's shells, fossils, The Lady and the Unicorn, tapestries. Burning Bright, it's a circus, and The Last Runaways, it's quilts. So this is fun because she's never done one with growing plants. So I'm really looking forward to that because she always does her research like very thoroughly. And so that's coming out in March of 2016. And if you go to Tracy Chevalier's Facebook, she had people vote. She showed the 2 covers, the UK and the US, and she had people vote on which they thought was which. So that was fun. And then just last night, oh, so excited. Next year, I saw on her Facebook, she was talking about how next year is Charlotte Bronte's 200th birthday, the author of Jane Eyre and Villette. And so I'm sure there's going to be tons of things celebrating that. So I'm so excited for that because I was wanting to reread Jane Eyre anyway. And so it'll be cool if there are, you know, things happening. But she is doing, she edited a short story collection that is stories inspired by Jane Eyre. And it's all of these really fun writers, like contemporary writers. They all came together to do this. And oh, I'm just so excited. Like Susan Hill and I'm trying to think who else. Oh, here it is. Okay. It says this collection of original stories by today's finest women writers include Tracy Chevalier, Francine Prose, Elizabeth McCracken, Tessa Hadley, Audrey Niffenegger, who did Time Traveler's Wife, and more. It takes inspiration from the opening line in Charlotte Bronte's most beloved novel, Jane Eyre. So it's just, oh, I think it's like 50 short stories. So I'm trying to think. Elif Shafak, I forget what he wrote, but or she wrote. So one other author that I recognize was Susan Hill. Susan Hill wrote Howard's End is on the Landing. It's a book about books. It's really good. You should check out. But also The Woman in Black, which was really popular, and the movie with Daniel Radcliffe was made. So I'm so excited about this because I adore Jane Eyre, so I want to reread Jane Eyre and then read these, and I think after I have Christmas money, I'm going to pre-order this and At the Edge of the Orchard. So if anybody else likes Tracy Chevalier, I'd love to talk with you about her. I hope this video wasn't too long or rambly. I was just excited about my weekend reading, and I think I'm just going to cozy up a lot this weekend and read, and it'll be great. So please let me know what you'll be reading this weekend. I'd love to know. I just love hearing about what everybody else is doing with their reading time. And so I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.